Hello students, welcome to Physics Live channel. Today I am giving you an introduction to the complex variable. Here the z is equal to x plus iy. It is represented by a Cartesian and I is equal to under root minus 1. Where z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, that is polar form. And z is equal to r e raised to I theta, that is represented in exponential form. Okay, so we should familiar with these forms in complex variable. So first we are considering a problem in which we have checked the limit. So limit z turns to 1 minus I, z square plus 4z plus 3 divided by z plus 1 is equal to 4 minus I. So we have to prove at z is equal to 1 minus I the function which is equal to 4 minus I. So for that we can factorize the equation by z square plus 3z plus z plus 3. We can take z from first two terms and z into z plus 3 plus z plus 3. We can take z plus 3 common, so we get z plus 3 into z plus 1. So we get the factorization of this equation by z plus 1 into z plus 3 divided by z plus 1. So we can cancel the same term from numerator and denominator and we get a z plus 3 term in that. So we can substitute z is equal to 1 minus I and so we get that 4 minus I as the answer. So the answer is ready. And next we go to the second question in which show that limit z turns to 0, z divided by mod z does not exist. So we have to check the limit. Here z is equal to 0 means you know that in Cartesian terms that z is equal to x plus iy. So we can change it with the z x plus iy, and mod z you know that it is the modulus of that is under root the coefficients x and y. So here we get the modulus as under root x square plus y square, and we can use that y is equal to nx. We can consider that. So we substituted y is equal to nx and we can check let x equal to 0 the function should get, that is when x equal to 0 we get the function as 1 plus in divided by under root 1 plus n square. Okay, so we get the answer as in a varying function because if the n varies the limit also changes. So the limit does not get in a fixed value, so the limit does not exist. Okay, next problem, prove that limit z turns to 0, z divided by z bar does not exist. Here also we have to check the limit z turns to 0 z by z bar, in which z turns to 0 we can change as x turns to 0 and y turns to 0 because z is equal to x plus iy, and when we can replace z by x plus iy in the equation, and z bar you know the complex conjugate of x plus iy, so we can change the plus sign by minus because the complex conjugate we can change the sign of the imaginary term, and we get that we can use the method first y turns to 0 and then x turns to 0, or we can use that first x turns to 0 then y turns to 0. So we can get a two paths for this problem. So we can use the two paths, that is y turns to 0 we get a function that is x by x, and limit x turns to 0 x by x is 1 because we can use the L'Hopital's rule and we can take the derivative of numerator and denominator, we get the answer as 1. Here also we use at x tends to 0 first, and in which we get the function as iy divided by minus iy, and limit y turns to 0 we get the function as when y is equal to 0 we get the function as minus 1. Okay, because we have to take here the derivative and we get the function as minus 1. So we get the different solution at different paths, so the limit does not exist. Okay, a next problem in which find the limit of the following limit z turns to infinity, I z cube plus I z minus 1 divided by 2 z plus 3I into z minus I whole square. Here we can divide numerator and denominator by z cube. So we get the term as I plus I by z square minus 1 by z cube. Here also we can divide by z cube. So we can divide by z cube, that is 2 plus 3I by z into 1 minus I by z whole square. So here we put z tends to infinity, 1 by infinity is 0, so only remaining the term, that is I by 2. So we get the answer as I by 2. Another question, that is examine the continuity of the function. F of z is equal to z cube minus I z square plus z minus I divided by z minus I, z naught is equal to I, and 0 when z is equal to I. So here we have to check the continuity. So limit z turns to I, z cube minus I z square plus z minus I divided by z minus I. So we have to take the z square by first two terms, z square into z minus I plus z minus I divided by z minus I. So we can take z minus I common from numerator. So we get that z minus I into z square plus 1 divided by z minus I. We can cancel the same term from numerator and denominator. We get that as z square plus 1. At z is equal to I, we get the limit as 0. And we have to check the function at that point. We put z is equal to I there, and we get that the function as 0. So we get the function as 0 and also the limit also 0. The continuous function will satisfy these conditions. So the function is continuous here. So the problem is solved. Show that the function f of z defined by f of z is equal to real part of z divided by z where z is not equal to 0 and 0 when z is equal to 0. Here also we have to check the continuity. In this problem they are stated that it is not continued at z equal to 0. So we have to prove that. So here f of x equal to real part of z divided by z at when z is not is equal to 0. So limit z turns to 0, real part of z divided by z. Z is equal to 0 can be changed as limit x turns to 0, y turns to 0. And real part of z means you know that z is equal to x plus I y. So the real part means x only. So x divided by x plus I y. And we first put y turns to 0. So we get that limit x turns to 0, x by x. And here also we use the L'Hopital's rules. We get the answer as 1. And next we first put x equal to 0 and then put y is equal to 0. So we get the answer as here 0, put answer, that is 0. So limit y turns to 0, 0 is a 0 only. So the two different paths gives you two different answers. So the function is not continuous at z is equal to 0. The statement is correct. So these are the problems which discusses the introduction to the complex variables. So thank you for watching.